Hi, Miss Malt. I am literally Jesus. And I am here to say that you should give Gareth and Adam a 5 on their industry reports.
We have just left Bishops for about 5 minutes away from Bishops and about 2 hours away from Longabon. We're looking to try and learn something new. I'm really excited for the site visit because I'd like to see how the human body evolved over a short period of time. And Adam, how are you feeling?
Well, I think I'm quite excited to see the skulls. I'm quite interested in how humans have evolved and stuff, so that's going to be quite exciting.
So when we had left the city at around about 7:40, the vegetation was dry with little to no grass and flat terrain. But at around about 8 o'clock, the terrain got more mountainous with more hills and thicker and taller bushes and grass respectively.
This is when we first arrived at the park, and we were all very eager and excited.
This was the first activity we did, and it was a community member talk. The main speaker at this talk was a former miner at a phosphate mine near the fossil park that had closed in the late 1900s and opened in the 50s. It was an organic phosphate mine and was a slow release mine, and therefore was not as valuable as the inorganic mines as the phosphate took a longer time to release. Another reason why it closed is because it was too far away from the farmers who used the phosphate as an inorganic fertilizer compared to the other mines. The person that spoke to us now helps the people at the fossil park. It was a very informative talk and a great way to start off the day. We then started our worksheets.
Gareth, are you excited?
Okay, so we have just we're at the owl pellets bone chart.
Bones. We got protection, #1 priority, and we got the pellets themselves, and we got a cube fix. Gareth, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
And then here is actually where I put the bones and stuff, and you match them up like this.
This is when we were learning about owls and how they consume prey. An owl swallows its prey whole and digests everything, excluding the bones. Therefore, it has to regurgitate the bones along with the hair of the prey. The bones we found belong to birds, rodents, shrews, and moles. I found some vertebrae and Gareth found a few incomplete jaws, but the highlight of our time at the owl pellets section was when Matt found a bird's skull in his owl pellets.
As you can see, I have a spine here, spinal cord type looking thing. Here I have some kind of leg or some kind of arm. I can't tell which, but it's one of them. And Gareth has a skull here. Bring it in. Here we have some form of skull. It might be a mole or rat or mouse or some type of thing.
It is a mole rat.
Alright, I like that. Now we're walking into the second place.
Here we were learning about the evolution of human skulls. The skulls that we got on our table were Homo sapien and gorilla. The main differences between these skulls was the size, the brow ridges being much more defined on the gorilla, the size of the teeth were a lot smaller on the Homo sapien, and the brain size ratio was a lot bigger on the Homo sapien compared to the gorilla. Gareth will now explain the difference between bipedal and quadrupedal mammals using the foramen magnum.
Boys, how to see whether it's quadrupedal or bipedal. You just put your number in, and when it's most comfortable, you can see it's not like fitting in there, it's fitting in the best. So it's quadrupedal.
And it's because
So as you can see, there's pegs covering these different sites, different fossils, different areas.
The last section of the outing was to an excavation site. Here the person showed us how the fossils here came about, which animals they were, and what led to their downfall. The first animal we were shown was a Civithea, a long-horned, short-necked giraffe that died out about 5,000 years ago. The other excavation site was of an African bear that died out in 1870 as they were mass killed by hunters. They came all the way down from Europe due to climate change, and that was the end of a very exciting outing.
Some of the fossils at the park can date back to 5.2 million years ago. Scientists say that tons of fossils were destroyed during the mining process, where they destroyed rocks to get the phosphate, and most of this phosphate came from the Vastwater Formation. We got these facts from Leafy, who also gave us a talk about the fossil park